Well, good evening, everyone. I'm student meteorologist Michael Annan.
And I'm student meteorologist Colleen Peterson.
Yeah, Colleen, it was a very gloomy but very humid day out there. Like, you're feeling like you're swimming through the air when you're walking to class.
Yeah, most of the time I enjoy clouds walking to class, but when it's just so humid and thick with moisture, it makes it more miserable than it was when it was sunny.
Oh yeah, it doesn't feel like November at all outside. It feels like the middle of summer, like the middle of July.
Yeah, we did get a tease though. Everyone was breaking out the sweaters just a few days ago, and then once that cold front passed its way through, the humidity came back.
Yeah, it's all because we had this cold front just north of our region.
Yeah.
At this point, it's stalled out on north of our region. It's going to be a very unsettled work week.
Yeah, but eventually it'll make its way through our area, but overall, we still have above average temperatures for the month.
Yeah, the weekend's looking really nice right now, but we have to get through a very wet stretch of the next few days in order to get to our Veterans Day weekend.
Exactly, Veterans Day weekend, and we also have a home basketball game against UF tonight at 9 o'clock.
Yeah, it's weather's going to be pretty cloudy and gloomy, but I think the rain should probably end by the time the game starts at 9.
I agree. Once we get into the night hours, the rain should dissipate away. It wasn't really heavy, it was more on and off today. Yeah. Moderate to light rainfall.
Yeah, I had to dodge some of those rain showers actually walking up from the stadium earlier, so it's not too heavy, but it's there.
Yeah, well, I'd like to know what's going on tomorrow. Sloan, what do you have for us over at the wall?
Well, currently it is 75 degrees in Tallahassee. We do have some scattered thunderstorms in sight. Our lights did just flicker here down in the studio. We are having a lot of rain across the I-10 corridor right now, a lot of lightning associated with them. And this is again due to that stationary front that is entering our region, which is basically right above Tallahassee a bit right now. We see a lot of moisture and clouds associated with it. Tonight you can expect it to be 70 degrees, mostly cloudy, a 20% chance of rain into the evening. So again, if you are heading out to that basketball game, maybe take an Uber or a Lyft there because there will be a lot of rain instead of walking there. Over the next 3 days, we do say these rain chances are staying pretty high. 60% for tomorrow with some lightning and thunderstorms associated with that as well. And then going into Thursday and Friday, it's a 60% chance on Thursday of showers and then a 40% chance of rain as well. We do see these temperatures are sticking to the high 80s as we get into the weekend. Rainy weather, as we just saw, does continue throughout the week, but it's going to clear up hopefully by this weekend. We do see that front stall out a bit and that cooler, drier air this weekend causing lower rain chances throughout a lot of the region. But I'm going to pass it down to Colleen for a look at what's happening around the Big Bend.
Yeah, around the Big Bend, we do have some rain showers going on right now. This is a time lapse of Tallahassee. We had fairly cloudy days. I don't see the sun peek through once, but currently it is raining and we do have that pink, airy look as a cloudy sunset brings in those pink and red colors to the skies. It is raining, 75 degrees, scattered thunderstorms, and you can expect the dew point being at 75 as well. The winds are picking up a little bit due to that front making its way into our area, but it is a little bit slow as it is stalling out all the way up to Atlanta and Toronto, but these broad band of showers will make its way through. I wouldn't expect too many showers as we go into the night, but over in St. Louis is getting a little bit of showers in our region. Zoom in closer, we do have I-10 getting a little bit wet north and west of Tallahassee. As we go over to Cypress, they start to clear out. Panama City and East Point, you're getting a few showers in your area. But we do have moderate lightning around the Tallahassee area, so make sure to be aware of that. Current temperature is 77 in Perry. As we go up to where these storms are, they are a little bit cooled off due to those showers that is reaching the area. Apalachicola to the coast is keeping it hot at 75 degrees. Now the wind is generating from the south, but as that front moves its way in, we can expect a wind shift in the pattern in our area. Dew point, and again, 75 because it is raining outside, the same as the temperature, 75 degrees, 72 in Quincy. Further north, we do have some drier air, and that's an indication of that cold front making its way in. 20% chance tonight. I wouldn't expect to see too many rain showers as we go into 9 o'clock. Let's hope the rain does lighten up before that game starts tonight at 9 o'clock. Mostly cloudy today. Day planner for tomorrow, again, cloudy skies with some showers as we go into the afternoon, and we can expect another cloudy, rainy day. 24-hour forecast, we do have those showers clear overnight, but just wait until we go into the morning. We do have a few showers, but you see the wind direction is coming from the south and southwest, mainly to our northwest region is where they'll see most of the showers at 6 o'clock west of Bainbridge area. Now your 7-day forecast, we do have 60% chance on Wednesday, Thursday, bringing it down to 40% on Friday, and then maybe finally that front will decide to pick its way up and move out of here so we can have some sunny skies and that drier air. Yeah, 50 as a dew point and 66 as a high for Saturday's forecast. Now Michael is going to take a look at the southeast.
Yeah, thanks, Colleen. So parts of the southeast today are looking much better compared to yesterday. We'll get into that in just a minute. But here, look at the time lapse here at St. George Island. It was very cloudy, gloomy, and also very humid outside. It didn't feel like the beginning of November. It felt like the middle of July, in the middle of summer. Now, temperature across the rest of the southeast, you can see in Jackson and Montgomery, much nicer compared to this time yesterday. The cold front has moved through their region. It's feeling much cooler, and it's much drier outside. 67 in Jackson, 69 in Montgomery. Now, south of that front, which is basically in southern Alabama and southern Georgia, you can see it's very humid and very warm outside. 75 in Tallahassee with some rain showers, and 76 in New Orleans with mostly cloudy skies. Now, the front, you can see, situated in southern Alabama and southern Georgia. Dew points ahead of that front, much higher, 75 in Tallahassee, 74 in New Orleans, and behind that, dew points have dropped. 50s in Montgomery with 54 there, and 56 in Atlanta and 59 in Jackson. Again, all the weather here in the southeast is due to this frontal system. It's not going to move much compared to where it is right now for the next few days. It's going to stall out across the southern portions of the southeast and cause a lot of rain and showers, especially across the northern Gulf Coast going into the rest of our work week. That's what our futurecast shows, with the rains dissipating as we lose that daytime heating, but the clouds do remain. But notice how the moisture starts to surge a little bit back up to the north, and where that frontal boundary is right now, it's going to stay there going into tomorrow, and that's going to be a focal point of all those showers and thunderstorms going into tomorrow. So basically, the north of the I-10 corridor, south of the I-85 corridor is where we're expecting most of the showers and thunderstorms going into tomorrow. And in terms of severe weather, we're not expecting anything compared to earlier this week's general thunderstorms, so severe weather should not be an issue for the rest of the work week. But going into tonight, you can see 50 degrees out towards Little Rock, 59 in Dallas. They're behind that front, 49 in Tupelo, so much cooler condition behind that front. Ahead of it, warm, 60s in Tallahassee, 67, and 70 down towards Tampa. And it's going to feel much more humid outside down towards Florida. Going into tomorrow, you see where the front basically stalls out in terms of the temperatures. Warmer below it, 81 in New Orleans and 79 in Tallahassee. Much cooler behind us, 74 in Montgomery, 58 in Tupelo, and 58 as well in Little Rock, with the showers and thunderstorms basically being a focal point just south of that I-85 corridor. But for now, I'm going to send it back to the desk with Salone, and we're going to talk about just what we're expecting for the next few days here in Tallahassee. That stalled out front is basically a focal point of showers and storms for the rest of the work week.
Yep. As Colleen was saying earlier, it is sort of just cannot make up its mind there whether it's going to leave or stay in our region. We see it sort of backtrack a bit going into Thursday, but we do have that rain continuing up again next week as well.
Yeah, because that front basically stalls out across the I-10 corridor, a series of low pressure systems will move across the front, and so that's basically going to enhance the rain chance every day for the rest of the work week here.
Exactly. And especially that salt front today did bring a lot of gloomy weather to Election Day happening as well, which was a concern, but I feel like the rain sort of lit up a bit here in Tallahassee, and hopefully it lets up into night since we do have that basketball game. But looking at tomorrow, we still have that 60% chance of showers, and then Friday, 40% chance. as well. So sort of decreasing into the weekend, causing it to be a really nice Saturday.
Yeah.
But we saw Veterans Day might not be as nice.
Yeah, going into the weekend, that cold front finally pushes out of our region, gives us some dry air. Going into next week, another cold front gets into our region. And then late next week, the signs that the coldest air of the season so far might be hitting Tallahassee.
So that first taste of like real fall for Tallahassee finally, while other parts of the Southeast have gotten into the 40s. Texas was in the 40s last week.
Yeah, definitely a fall. Maybe a little taste of winter the further north you go in the Southeast for late next week.
But that rain is continuing due to that summer, sort of reminding us of that summertime pattern we've had here in Tallahassee as well, where we did have a lot of afternoon showers. Like this morning we were good. We had a few clouds here and there. And this afternoon that showers and storms pick back up, which is the theme for the rest of this week as well. So if you're going to be out and about on campus, make sure you carry that umbrella with you or have a poncho. Yeah,
you will have some dry times here. It's not going to be an all-day washout, but just keep the umbrella just to be prepared. And the rain chances are going to be higher in the afternoon because that's when we have a little bit more of that daytime heating to pop those showers and thunderstorms.
But now we're going to pass it to Colleen to look at the National.
Thanks, guys. We did have a lot of activity in the deep south last night, but that has further cleared out as we do have our temperatures around the nation. Keeping it hot in Miami, moving along the East Coast, 66 in Atlanta, getting a little bit cooled off in Washington, D.C. at 60 degrees. See all this blue from Detroit all the way to Seattle. That is the colder air. We do have a little spot of Arctic air northeast of Montana. Further south in Albuquerque, we do have sunny skies as there is a dominating high pressure. Man, I wish I was in Los Angeles enjoying that sunny 70 degree skies. Dew Point, see how we do have the higher along the stationary front. Further south, we do have the moist air. Further off west, that's where all that drier air is. Again, over in the west, we do have that sunny skies in Albuquerque, 24 and 9 in Denver. Some pretty days over there in the west. Our water vapor does reinforce this information as we do have this stream of heavy moisture branching from Louisiana, Baton Rouge through Tallahassee. Now, Virginia is getting a little bit as well. Washington, New York, and Maine are also getting some showers. Further over west, we do have that drier air. Montana, you're getting a few showers and even some snow we do have reported in those areas. Now we do have this front branching from Tallahassee. Again, further back, St. Louis has a few showers in those areas. We do have a stalled out stationary front from Dallas to El Paso in our area. Zooming it in, we do have Tallahassee is getting that showers currently in our area, branching off. It almost looks like a straight line all the way up to Charleston, getting those nightly showers in their area. Further up northeast, Quebec, you're getting some showers, and Maine, it almost looks like the whole state is getting drenched. Further south, Boston, New York, you're having some wet commutes home tonight. Further over Lake Michigan, you're getting some showers over in your area. Toronto, a few spotted showers. Snow is in the forecast. Bismarck has some snow around the area all the way over to Minnesota. Now we do have some winter weather advisories in Kansas and Montana. Further over west, we do have a freeze watch in Oregon, north of Medford. Now you can expect the winds to really pick up on that coast to really enhance those freeze warnings. Storm outlook, we don't have a lot going on tomorrow. It's mild advisories for severe thunderstorms in our area. North Denver all the way to Montana might have a few severe storms in your area. Tonight's forecast, 66 in Tallahassee. Further over west, we do have some cooler temperatures, 25 in Denver in your area. Tomorrow's forecast, further over west, we do have Los Angeles, another beautiful day over there. Further over east, we do start to warm up, especially in Miami. It's still 85 degrees for their forecast in the morning. Up in Washington, 65 degrees and 59 in Boston. Now I'm going to send it on over to Sloan. What's going on in Tallahassee?
So we do still have that rain here at Duke. You can see it behind me. It's been going on for much of the day today. We see these clouds roll through our area, causing us to have these afternoon showers. And sun setting, we still see some rain in sight. But currently in Tallahassee, it is 73 degrees, so some scattered thunderstorms throughout the area. That drizzling is still happening. As we mentioned in the beginning of the show, the lights did flicker down here in the studio, so just make sure you're indoors right now. But hopefully that clears up by 9 o'clock tonight for the game. Temperatures through much of the Big Bend region are in the 70s, a bit warmer down there at the coast, and in the lower 70s as we get into southern Georgia, northern Florida. Wind directions, as Colleen was saying, is bringing a lot of this moisture onshore, so it's meeting with that stationary front that's been sitting over us all day today, causing us to have a lot of rain in the Big Bend region. And behind me here, we do see this front sitting right about just over Tallahassee. We see all the showers associated with it and expect that to linger for the next few days as well. These storms are a bit along the I-10 corridor, but our dew points are very high right now. A bit muggy outside for us, so that's why this morning it did feel like a sauna out there in Tallahassee, and expect these dew points to remain about this high throughout the week. Going into tonight, temperatures are in the 60s for the Big Bend region. We see it a bit warmer again down there at the coast, St. Mark's at 69 and Apalachicola at 70, with it being in the mid-60s the more we get north there. Waking up tomorrow morning, expect those temperatures to be about 71 and those clouds to be in our area. And at 9 a.m. cloudy again at 74, and at 11 we do see these thunderstorms roll back through into our area, so make sure if you are going to be on campus around and about to have that rain jacket or poncho on you, or maybe take the bus to class. Into tonight, we see these showers coming and going. They finally leave our area about 2 a.m., but the clouds do linger, especially in the northern portion region and in the southeast as well. But into tomorrow morning, we see the showers pick back up a bit along the western part of the Big Bend region, with clouds again throughout much of the area, and the showers start to just come through our area in the early afternoon, with them dissipating for the most part by tomorrow evening and lingering a bit in the northern half of our region. And for the next 7 days, expect those rain chances to remain high, 60% into Thursday, decreasing to 40% on Friday, but clearing up for a very nice Saturday this week. Have a beautiful 3-day weekend, 30% chance of rain on Sunday, so those rain chances are picking back up, but those temperatures are starting to cool off a bit into the weekend as well. Now I'm going to pass it to Colleen for the lab.
Thanks, Sloan. The Deep South did experience some severe tornadoes last night and severe thunderstorm warnings. Over 15 warnings were released from 4 p.m. to 5 a.m. This branches all the way from Louisiana all the way up to Tennessee. If you do see these red boxes are the severe thunderstorm warning, or are the tornado warnings, and the yellow boxes are the severe thunderstorm warnings. Now, Shreveport, Louisiana, all the way to Memphis, Tennessee. This is a squall line that is very defined, and you can tell with all the kinks that are in the squall line is where the tornadoes did occur in our area. Now, Franklin County, there are 3 confirmed tornadoes that I'm going to talk about right now. Franklin County, about 35 miles south of Nashville. That's Nashville right here. Now, this is where that severe tornado was that did unfortunately take a life, but it was confirmed EF2 tornado at 135 miles an hour. Now, the second tornado that was confirmed was in Scottsboro, Alabama, and trees and power lines were down. Even tornadoes knocked over a fire truck, as heavy as that is. Marthaville is the third location of the tornado. Trees down on homes, and there was substantial damage. Now, if you're curious, an EF2 tornado is 135 miles an hour. That's only 1 mile an hour away from being an EF3 tornado, and that is strong and significant damage on the scale of how severe it was last night. Now, these are just a few photos by Tevin Wooten at the Weather Channel. He was in Tennessee. Now, you can look closely. I don't know what just happened, but there was a lot of damage in the photos, so we're going to send it back over to the wall.
Thanks, Colleen. We're going to look at a time lapse here throughout the Keys. We do see these clouds rolling through their area a bit, but maybe a scattered shower here and there. And you just saw that beautiful sunset happen behind me, and the sun did already set there 9 minutes shy of 6:30. Throughout much of Florida, as we saw in the Panhandle, we did see those showers in Tallahassee, while it cleared up there in Pensacola with those temperatures a bit lower in the lower 70s. And looking at the rest of Florida, we are a bit warmer in the higher 70s and 80s with some cloud cover here and there, especially around central and southeast Florida. Dew points for much of the state are muggy. It's not just us that is feeling a sauna out there. So make sure, again, we do have these showers in our area, so have that umbrella on you. With that stationary front, we do have stalled out right here above Tallahassee, a lot of rain and showers with them, causing us to be wet for the next few days. But we do see a few coastal showers here along South Florida and a few pop-up ones down there in Miami as well. If we take a look at the drought monitor, we do see that parts of South Florida and Northeast Florida, such as Nassau and Duval County, are a bit dry. So if they do receive any rain, it'll be beneficial to their area, but the soil might not absorb it, so just watch out for some low-level flooding here and there as well. Going into the next 24 hours, you see the showers dissipate for much of the state. A few pop-up coastal ones here along South Florida, but nothing too strong there. And we see the cloud cover up there in the Panhandle as well, and cloud cover throughout much of the state. Into tomorrow morning, we do have the coastal showers here and there, and the showers sort of pick back up in the Panhandle, but clear skies for parts of Central and South Florida as well, with clouds here and there again, and the showers picking back up throughout most of the afternoon for us with some cloud again. In Jackson, we see a few pop-up showers here or there, but we do have those clouds cooling them off a bit too, hopefully, since they've been a bit warmer than us. Tonight, we have temperatures in the 60s and 70s, with the warmest being South Florida, a thunderstorm or two in sight in Tallahassee and West Palm Beach, but expect to be a gorgeous night everywhere else. For tomorrow, if we take a look at South Florida, temperatures are in the mid-80s, thunderstorms for the Keys, Naples, and West Palm Beach, maybe a shower in Fort Lauderdale, but partly cloudy conditions for a lot of the day. And if we take a look at the West Coast in the Tampa region, temperatures are in the mid to higher 80s there as well. Not rain in sight for them tomorrow, so they won't be cooling off a lot either. And for the East Coast, we do have that thunderstorm in Daytona Beach. And then if we look at Northeast Florida, we do have a lot of cloud cover sticking in the 80s as well. And the typical pattern we've been seeing here in Tallahassee for tomorrow in the Western Panhandle. And now I'm going to pass it off to Michael for the last look at the local.
Yeah, thanks, Salome. Let's take another look outside, actually. There's tonight's forecast. You can see 20% chance of rain at 70 degrees. But if we take a look at what's happening outside, there we go. You can see it was very cloudy, gloomy, and a rainy day out there as that front tried to move pretty close to our region, but it's going to stall out just north of our region, and it's going to be a very wet end to the work week here in Tallahassee. Now, currently 73 degrees. We do have those scattered thunderstorms in the region right now, and the winds are actually north at this time, so stopping the surge of moisture from the Gulf momentarily. Temperatures, though, it's very muggy outside and very warm. 73 here in Tallahassee, 72 in Quincy, same thing in Thomasville and Bainbridge, and a little bit warmer down towards the coast at 75 degrees in Apalachicola. Now the dew point, you saw the temperature in Tallahassee was 73. Dew point's also 70 degrees as well. That tells you it's raining outside, and it's very humid outside, much well above average for this time of year especially. Now the winds, all the reason why we have a lot of moisture here in Tallahassee is because of these winds coming out of the south. That's what's fueling these higher moisture content in a lot of our region. That's going to continue for the rest of the work week until a front finally moves through our region going into Saturday. Now, locally here, we do have a thunderstorm right over the city with some lightning associated with that. It's all due to this cold front, which is basically stalling out at this point. And it's not going to move much going into the rest of the work week. We'll just see this front move a little bit north and south, basically along the I-10 corridor, going for the rest of the work week. And then finally, we'll get another front moving through a region going into Friday night, making for at least a good weekend for here in Tallahassee. Now tonight, we are expecting a low of 70 degrees, Rain chances early at around 20%, but should be mostly cloudy for most of the region. Stray shower or thunderstorm might be possible through the overnight hours. We're going into the day plan for tomorrow. Cloudy skies to start off your morning at 72 degrees, and then with the daytime heating, we'll get those showers and thunderstorms to pop 76 degrees at noon and 76 degrees at 3 p.m. Now going into your forecast for tonight, you see how the showers and storms mainly dissipate across the western sections of our viewing region. And we'll start up with mostly cloudy skies. Some morning fog is possible like the last few mornings. And then as we head to the afternoon, notice how the showers and thunderstorms are more concentrated the further north and west you go. That's because that's where that stationary front is. And so that's going to serve as a focal point for all those showers and thunderstorms. Now for the rest of the work week, we are still expecting those rain chances at around 40 to 60%. But then finally we get a strong enough cold front moving through the weekend, cooling our temperatures down into the mid 60s. And then another front comes through at the early part of next week. And then Tuesday shows the sign of some really colder air coming into our region.
Yeah, I don't think we've really been that low for a high yet, so I'm really looking forward to next week to finally cool off a bit, because it was really gross outside today going to and from class, and especially coming into the studio while those thunderstorms were in the area. Yeah,
the weekend's going to be much cooler compared to the last few days here in Tallahassee, but we have to get through a wet stretch here until Friday, basically, until we enjoy that nice weekend.
Yeah, but we only have that chance of thunderstorms again for tomorrow and just rain showers throughout the rest of the week. But we do see Saturday, we don't really have a chance of rain in sight. We cool off to 66 with our lows finally going back into the 50s as well.
Yeah, and if you really want the fall weather, beyond Tuesday, there's signs it might be much cooler. It could be the coldest air of the season, 50s as high as possible. There's signs of even 30s as lows. So it can be really cool going into late next week.
True Thanksgiving here in Tallahassee.
For sure, for sure.
But again, take advantage of this beautiful weekend, and hopefully tonight these showers do dissipate early on so that everybody can go out to the basketball game and not really have to worry about bringing an umbrella or a poncho into the Civic Center.
Yeah, you can see that one thunderstorm right over the city right now. Nothing much behind it, so that's a good sign.
Yeah, but those clouds are expected to linger into the evening into tomorrow morning as well, with the showers picking up around like 11 o'clock tomorrow. So if you have afternoon classes, typical of what we saw in the summer, just always be prepared and have the umbrella with you.
Yeah, the one difference between the summertime and now is it's not going to be sunny in the morning. It's going to be mainly cloudy. It's going to feel very humid outside as well.
But follow us on Twitter at FSU Weather, and you can see all social media updates there.
Yeah, don't forget to like us on Facebook. We post our social media updates there.
And watch us live on YouTube. You can also watch us live or previous forecasts as well.
And don't forget about the Instagram. You might show like maybe a gloomy picture outside with a nice cat or a lovely dog.
Or maybe you can send us pictures of you at the pumpkin patches because I know that's where Michael will be. Again, with FSU Weather, I'm student meteorologist Sloan Haynes.
I'm student meteorologist Michael Onnen. Have a great night.